turnover.
Curry hits it, a two-pointer or a three. As Irving will come up the other way. Now they say a three-pointer. And Curry now in double figures.
And Steph Curry frustrated, threw his mouth guard after he made that three.
It's a side-to-side swipe, so it's not going to be in the act of shooting. It's the blocking foul.
I don't think anyone expected in Game 1 Shaun Livingston was going to be the best player on the floor and perform at the highest level. I personally predicted the Cleveland Cavaliers would come in there and steal that Game 1, seeing that the Warriors coming off a tough 7-game series, seeing that the Cavs had rest, seeing that this is the team, I'm talking from Cleveland's standpoint, that is by far the bigger underdog and should be. But there was 3 takeaways that I took from Game 1. Number 1, I noticed it. I noticed when he was having a shirt on, it said Kyrie at the press conferences before the game. You know, when it's the finals, there are a bunch of press conferences, a bunch of media there, but he's wearing shirts that say Kyrie, no Cleveland Cavalier gear. Interesting to me. Kyrie Irving wants to prove that he's better than Stephen Curry more than he wants to win an NBA championship. It's the bottom line. When I look at the way he came out in Game 1, you know, we heard about the fact that he's been talking with Kobe Bryant. Here's the difference between Kobe Bryant and Kyrie Irving. Kobe Bryant never played with a guy named LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant was never a point guard. He was a shooting guard. He's supposed to take shots. Kyrie Irving takes 22 shots in this game, finishes with 26 points. He only had 4 dimes in the game. J.R. Smith only took 3 shots. Under no circumstances should J.R. Smith play 36 minutes and have more fouls than he had field goal attempts. His job is to shoot the 3. He shot over 40% from beyond the arc this season. That is directly because Kyrie Irving was trying to take over the game. Another thing I want to point out from Game 1 is that LeBron's going to lose is if he comes out trying to be a facilitator. He did take 21 shots, but he opened the game 4 or 5 from the field in the first quarter, finished the game 9 of 21, playing 41 minutes, only 23 points, 12 boards, 9 dimes. Okay, it sounds good when you say a guy almost got a triple-double, but LeBron James, I've been saying it all year, the only way that he has any shot to defeat the reigning NBA champions, the greatest team we have seen in basketball history to this point, is if he comes with the killer mentality that he had last year during the finals. And you've got to come with that type of mentality where I'm taking 30 shots with the Kevin Love, with the Kyrie Irving, and tell the sidekicks, sack up and follow my lead. That's the only way the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to have a shot at winning this series. From that standpoint, LeBron is going to have to dictate the tempo the way he did last year. The reason why they lost last year is because they ran out of bodies. If you play the same exact way that you played last year, with more healthy bodies, the results should change. And lastly, there is no way on God's green earth that Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry are going to shoot that poorly from beyond the arc in Game 2. It is not going to happen. There's no way on this earth that those two are going to shoot as poorly as they did in Game 1. They combined for 20 points, 8 of 27 from the field, 4 of 13 from beyond the arc. That's not going to happen. Now, I saw Tyronn Lue make smart adjustments. You put Iman Shumpert on Stephen Curry for some stretches. Have him rough him up a little bit. You got Kyrie Irving playing a little bit more hungry on the defensive end as far as defending Stephen Curry. But as soon as you switch a big man on Steph, it's a bucket, so you have to be worried about that. I mean, I've seen this guy reign over Tristan Thompson, over Kevin Durant, over Serge Ibaka, over Steven Adams. I mean, it doesn't matter what big you put in front of him, it's going to be a tray back. But he's not going to shoot that poorly against your perimeter defenders again in this series. So that's another reason why I think it's an indication that we're looking at a repeat in the face. But there's some things that I think Ty Lue's going to have to change. Mo Williams and Timothy Mozgov are going to have to play. I don't know if you people forgot, but Mozgov had a big-time impact on the series last year, and there's a reason why. They need his big 7-foot frame in the paint to block a couple shots, to finish around the rim. They're going to need him. Andrew Bogut came out in this game and had an impact for the Golden State Warriors, and that's something that comes from the fact that he's a 7-footer. He shot 5 of 7 from the field, had 10 points. Now, we don't expect him to average 10 points in the series, but the bottom line is that he's going to have to make an impact, and Mo Williams is going to have to come out and play some minutes too. I mean, you brought in Mo Williams because he can shoot the basketball. He's a better shooter than Dellavedova. Before Kyrie Irving came back from the injury, Mo Williams was playing very well for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not quite sure why he got moved out of the rotation. I think a lineup of Mo Williams, Channing Frye, Richard Jefferson, J.R. Smith with LeBron James is dangerous. I think if you go a 2-minute stretch with those 5 guys on the floor, you're forcing the Warriors to make a decision. Either you're going to guard the shooters or you're stopping LeBron from getting to the paint. And either way, the Cavs are in great position to put points on the board. They scored 89 points in Game 1. There's no way that you can beat the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals in Oracle Arena scoring less than 100 points. They're going to have to make that adjustment. Now, Shaun Livingston, for some reason, is in the running for the MVP in this series thus far. After one game, he had 20 points. He's shooting a lot of mid-range jumpers. Everything's falling. He looks like he's got a post game as well. We know that he always was able to post a small guard, but he's made a difference. And Andre Iguodala had an impact on this game from a defensive standpoint. What are we going to see in Game 2? Me, personally, based on the fact that the Golden State Warriors won this game by 15, their 2 best players played terrible, shot terrible from the field. Their bench outscored the Cavs bench 45-10. They shot only 33% from beyond the arc. They turned the ball. They had 9 turnovers. I'm going with the Dubs. I'm not going to go against the reigning 2-time MVP. I think he's going to have a big-time performance tonight. I think he might have his best game in the series outside of maybe Game 5. If there is a Game 5 in this series, I think it's either going to come tonight or it'll come in Game 5. I know LeBron James is now the only player in NBA history top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists in the playoffs. He's won the last 4 Game 2s after losing Game 1 in the NBA Finals, but I have to pick the chance for the simple reason that I don't see Steph playing that poorly. I don't see Klay playing that poorly. I think Draymond Green will have better games in this series. I think that Andre Iguodala is going to be consistent. He had 12.7 rebounds, 6 assists in Game 1. I expect him to be playing at the same exact level for this entire series because he's got a confidence booster because he is the reigning Finals MVP. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is tonight. I'll see you all. Better yet, I'll be talking with you all after game.